Okay, guys, Dr. Refoin again. We are back for another episode of the Secrets of the Rich. I said that I want to do two types of series, which is the Hidden Wisdom, where we go deeper into the spiritual aspect of things, and then another series, which is very, very opposite of the spiritual side and the material side, because I was avoiding people to combine the two and start to find that start to look into the spirit for material success, whereas I want people to really differentiate between the two, that spirituality, materiality is materiality. These two, although they are very different, but they still work together, because of if you don't balance the other, then the other one will also be imbalanced. So you want to make sure that you've got your material life in check and your spiritual life in check. But I've seen with experience that the spiritual life somehow rules over the second one. But I don't want us to focus a lot on the other one and neglect the other. So I started this series. I said to you, every Wednesday I'm going to make sure that I teach something. So we're going to move a little bit away from the theoretical stuff, like a lot of talk. Because eventually when we talk about the material stuff, like I'm talking about how to make money, how to buy stuff, and then how to really move forward. We can't talk all the time. We need to really do some actions. We need to take some steps. We can't always just have a video and we're talking and people are listening, it's nice, and that's exactly what is happening right now in many institutions. I'm talking about schools and a lot of education centers. They are more theoretical, but what happens to the practical side of things? So don't worry about that. In the next coming video, we will be practical. I'm going to leave this chair. We're going to be in my computer there, and then when we're in my computer, it's going to be awesome. Apologies about that one. There's another. I think it's fine. Yeah. So anyway, so I was saying to you that we're going to be very practical in the coming videos, where I'm going to leave this chair, and then we go to my computer, we go to my office, and then we do some practical stuff to make money. And in there, we'll be talking about trading. In there, we'll be talking about business strategies. In there, I'll be showing you how to make money practically. The different methods of income that you can do, how you can make something from nothing. So, but for now, before we go to the practical stuff, I think it's important that we cover some theory. Why? As a matter of fact, even today, it's not really theory. We've already started with the action. Because of, let me tell you something that you don't know. It's not really hard to make money. It's not hard to make an income. It's not hard to really be financially free. That thing is very simple. With my experience, I've seen that actually I wasted a lot of time looking for ways to make money. Don't worry about that. There are so many ways that you can make money. There are over 100 ways that you can make money today, tomorrow morning. And I'll be showing you in the next weeks exactly some of the ways that you can make money, because I also understand that some of you are not really having the same level of capital. Some have nothing at all. Some have something. Some are really quite. I saw one guy, actually, one is a millionaire. So I guess some people really want to learn some further things. They're not really broke. Some people are millionaires watching this video. So that was inspiring when I saw that guy. He's a millionaire, well-known guy. He says to me, man, I've been watching your videos. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm also impacting millionaires. That means really they can take something from me. That's very inspiring. But my target market for the videos, the audience, it's really the person who says, I'm employed, but I'm not happy. I'm not happy where I am. Yes, I'm employed. Some say I'm self-employed. Some say I'm not even employed. But I'm talking about someone who's just not happy where they are financially, and they want to see themselves moving forward. I think I want to at least when the episodes, because I'm not going to do this thing. out of inspiration that, you know what, let me teach who I can teach, let me touch whoever I can touch. I know, even if it's just 5,000 people who watch, it's fine, whoever, but I know that I will impact someone out there who will come later onwards. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but he will come one day. I'll meet with someone in the mall one day, or a WhatsApp, or an email, Instagram. One day someone will say to me, Rev, you impacted me. You taught me something, man. You once made a video. You once said this. That thing alone is done. I'm done with my job. Because of, you ask yourself, when someone is a billionaire or when someone is a millionaire and they're still continuing with the work, you find people like Bill Gates, you find people like Oprah, you find people like, you know, who's this other one who's also Jeff Bezos. You find people like Elon Musk. You find people like Sam, the other guys also. Like these people are billionaires in their own right. $100 billion. Imagine someone having $100 billion as their net worth. That is more than the GDP of most countries. As a matter of fact, that guy is more powerful than most countries. And he has it for himself. And he still wakes up every morning going to work. And he still has that motivation to teach. I'm saying to you that those people must be respected because they understand that what they are here for on earth is beyond money, is beyond the self. They are selfless now. So what I'm doing is exactly like that. I've already achieved most of, actually, as a matter of fact, I'm fine where I am. I'm fine. I don't need anything right now as I'm talking to you now. I'm doing everything because I'm still young, number one. I'm only 26 years old. I became successful at a very young age, 10 years, at the age of 16, 17. So I still have a long time. I can't just sit and retire. Because when I always say I want to retire, people like, they don't retire. But they say I must not retire, but still they don't want to learn. Because when I retire, I want to go to the island, I want to relax, I want to forget about even social media. I think I will disable the accounts or just have them so that I know some people, when you are quiet, when you want yourself time and you are in the island there, like I was recently in the island, I was in Ibiza there, and then I went for a few months, and people were still sending messages. What happened to Ref? We went down, and I just had to take out the video, show where I am, and people became very respectful. Say I saw a lot of quietness in the media. No, me, I'm fine. I've done so much. I've done so much. I've impacted people. There's so many people I've impacted with my knowledge and skills. So much that if there's going to be any kind of a thing, if it can happen, I just have to wait. Switch on one, just make one phone call. And that's exactly what I want to do with you guys. I want you guys to be my cushion so that tomorrow you are my defenders of anything, so that you can always be there at all time and say, this guy made us successful. Hey, through him, we were touched. So if you guys don't want to go deeper and what, it's fine, don't waste your time. But I'm talking to people who are very serious. So today I want us to talk about something very important. Actually, today was a very wonderful day. Today, by the way, is Wednesday. It was a very wonderful day. We were trading. Actually, it was very great. It's a very great day. Actually, it's a great day, and there's going to be so many more great days. So a little bit tired. So I'm going to just quickly go down to business. So today I want us to talk about something very important, and then you will tell me what you think. Afterwards on the comment, not want to think what you do. I don't want people who think anymore. We are done thinking. We don't need any more thinkers. We need more doers. So, good people, let's start and see what we've got today. Power. You'll see that I've got some things here with me. I've got books. I've got some books here, and then I've also got this. I've also got this. You'll see that I've also got this. It's an A3. You'll see I've got that. I've got books here. So I want us to cover a very important topic today. And the topic is very, very simple. Very simple. The topic is very, very simple, but still it's hitting a lot of people. Let me ask you right now for a little bit let me just give you a small task now. In the next 10 seconds, I'll just give you a moment of silence. What do you want? No, I mean in life, what do you want? Okay, what is your plan for the next 6 months? Nothing. Zero. You're still thinking. If you thought about the answer for more than 5 seconds, then you must know that you are more than likely not going to make it, unfortunately. I'll tell you why. It's because of you are like a person who's going to a destination that they've never been to, but they don't know the road going there, and still don't want to use a GPS. In other words, you are a person who's lost. You don't have a map of where we are going. You need a map. So the topic of today says, how do you define your destination? It talks about goals. So when I met my mentor, he said to me, I said, I'm going to teach you things that impacted me. I'm not going to teach you things that I don't know about. I don't want to talk about, for example, I cannot tell you about construction. I don't have any business in construction. You understand? I can't tell you about that. I can't tell you about swimming. I don't know how to swim. I can't tell you about that. You can tell me about swimming. You know how to swim. So I will only tell you about something that I understand, that I know perfectly. So this is exactly from experience. With my experience, I've realized that many people in the world don't have goals. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. Many people in the world don't have goals. And it makes sense why then many people never achieve what they want to achieve. So in other words, when I'm talking about goals, they don't know where they are going. They have an idea, but they don't have a definite idea. So they know what they want, seemingly, but still, they don't really understand if they know what they want. Are you getting me? So in other words, without a definite set of goals written down on paper, you are more than likely not going to go where you are going. Personally, I was not going to be here today if I did not have goals that I set 10 years ago. So in most of my goals, my mom recently gave me a book. It was not even a book, it's a notepad, a small, because at the time I couldn't even afford a book like this. So I got a diary, a free diary that I found. Is a calendar, small diary. I don't know where it comes from. I just saw it somewhere in the house one day. And I was led to write goals. And I think one of the reasons why my mentor loved me a lot, he loved me because he said to me, Ref, what do you want to do exactly in the next 6 months? I wanted to tell him. I said, no, me actually, I'm planning to at least, even if I can just, 6 to 1 month, 1 year, it's fine. Even if I can buy myself a car. As I was explaining, he said, don't tell me, show me. I said, huh? He said, don't tell me, show me. Hey, don't tell me, show me. Hey. But he was so shocked. And I'll tell you one thing again, he was not asking me alone. I was with another guy of mine. He knows him. He's another friend of mine. He was asking, I was with him. Hey! And that friend of mine, I told you guys that this is a guy I started trading with him. The first guy I started trading with him. I started trading with him. The first guy I started trading with, and then he was asking us both, guys, what is your goal for the next 6 months and a year? No, me, I was there, wait. They said, don't tell me, show me. Me, luckily, I've been having the philosophy of writing my dreams down, my goals down. And they told me something again. I took out that notepad I had a laptop bag, and I took out the notepad and I showed him. He took it there. He says, you to my friend, you? Hey, no, man. He says, hey. And I think somewhere, I think that's when even my friend became more serious in life in terms of writing goals. He saw how that guy took me more serious because of just the goals. Like, he was more interested. So writing down goals is a skill that you need to do. You need to really have that skill in each and every single day. And he said something to me. I showed him the goals. He said to me, these are not goals, these are dreams. I said, huh? He said, these are not goals, man. These are dreams. This is what you are dreaming. I said, what do you mean? He says, no, because of they are not specific. They are not measurable. We don't know exactly when are you planning to achieve these things. You just wrote here a double-story house. You just wrote Ferrari. You just wrote. So when are you planning to achieve these things? What color of the car? How many rooms in the house? Will it be having a sauna? Those who know a sauna. Rich life problems. I had to switch off my one because of there is an issue now with my app, but I must fix a few things. So sauna, basically, you just go inside there. It's a steam. Just relax your mind. You know, you feel awesome. That's the rich life. Yeah, sauna. Will it have a gym? You see, will it have a gym? A gym. Will it have how many garages will it have? How many cars can it park inside? As a matter of fact, what is the size of this house? That guy was so specific. He showed me his goals. He said, let me show you my goals. And he showed me most of the goals that he's already achieved. He's already achieved. He says, look at this. He was so specific. I was like, I know that's too much now. You know, he was so specific that he wanted a door to be facing which direction, like north. And he says to me, even the square meters of the house, I say, yeah, cubicle. I say, yeah, goals. Talk about goals. So I realized that he said to me, now, you want to make sure that you have a list of goals. So I'm going to ask you guys that you just invest in a small book like this. You just invest in a small book. This is a book, A4 book. Invest in it. I don't know how much this book is, but it's not a lot. Invest in this book, and then you start scribbling down. You start writing down. You start writing down. You start writing down. I want you to write to differentiate your goals with short term and long term. Short term, why? I want you to also trick your mind to knowing that you always achieve your goals. For example, let me tell you something. You'll have long-term goals, right? Let's say, for example, you have 10 goals short-term, 10 goals long-term. You are going to, now this is a technique now. This is not just normal goal setting, this is a technique now. So you understand one thing, that goals, normally people never reach their goals, never really, reach their goals. Why? It's because of their goals are too much, they're too big. So they don't know how to achieve the goals. They become too big that they even get discouraged and not ever achieve the goals. But I want you to have two types of goals. I want you to have a short-term goal and a long-term goal. For example, the short-term goal. Let me show you my one here. By the way, I've also made a template here of, your goal setting template worksheet, and then let me just show you a goal, an example of a goal there. So you'll see that in this goal here, it's a short-term goal. This goal, I said to you last time, I said on the 7 key areas of life, I'm working on what I've achieved most of the keys, 6 keys, most of them, but I'm working on the 7th key, which was my physical fitness. And if you can see here, that one of the goal there is run a marathon. And I said, my goal is to run a marathon. And I also wrote when. It's not just I want to run a marathon, when. The way is the when. When? In 1 year. I even made it more specific. I said maybe a year in 365 days. And then I wrote that, what are the steps for me to achieve this goal? And I differentiated these steps in major and minor. I said in the major, I want to complete 15 kilometers in 3 months. I also wrote that I want to find a running partner. Then on the minor, I wrote that I want to learn a course. I also want to read 2 books about marathons. I also want to make sure that I've got all my running gear. And I also wrote, what is the cost for me to achieve this goal? I thought to myself, if I'm going to be finding a running partner, it's up to me. Maybe it's going to be a friend of mine, or it's going to be someone like a coach. Because at this level, you must really be willing to invest in a coach, to pay money for your goals. But people don't want to pay money. No one wants to pay money. Everyone wants free stuff. When you charge someone something and say, no, I'm going to charge you this amount, people get very angry, forgetting that it's people's time, people's energy. So I'm willing to pay at this. I'm smart enough and I've got so much experience in life not to expect anything for free. So that's why for me, I'm saying to you, if you want, I want to charge you for signals, I want to charge you for education, then you're like, so much money. Well, it's my time. It's my energy, it's my effort. I've went through all these things for you to learn them, so easily. So I'm going to charge you. So me at my stage here, and it's only the poor who do not understand, the concept of paying. They don't want to pay. They don't want to pay anyone. But every single big shot out there, millionaires and billionaires that I've met, I said at one stage I was called. Not even called, I was flown to Europe, to France by a guy, a billionaire there. He says to me, I want you to teach me how to trade your way. I've been following you, man, you're dangerous. He flew me. First class, everything. I even came back, every single thing. He understood he just says, how much you want? He understood the concept that you need to pay. He doesn't say, you paid. So I put the cost there that if this guy is a coach, he wants money. Okay, I wrote how much. I checked online how much do these coaches can cost, And I also put there, if it's not here, it's in maybe Durban, Cape Town, it's somewhere. I also put the flight ticket. I put the accommodation costs. I put the clothing costs. And not only does cost come with monetary, it also has time. I put the time. How many hours am I investing in this thing? Remember the two types of investment. There's investment, financial investment, and time investment, and an energy investment, by the way. What you're doing right now, you're investing not with money, you're investing with your time and energy. To watch this video is an investment. You can be doing something else, by the way. You can spend this 20 minutes, 30 minutes doing something else completely. You may not even be interested in watching, but for you to watch, it's time and energy. So I appreciate you for that. And I put that I'm going to put aside 5 to 10 hours per week to achieve this. So, and then I put my action items, because I've got goals, but what is the action? Let's take action, because you know what? We are avoiding procrastination. Action. So what is my next action now? Google. Google. If I don't have the money, by the way, it's raise money, of course. But if I've got the money like it is now, it's to Google. Who can I find? Who can, jog with me, move with me, who has done a marathon, not someone like a MacGyver on the street, someone when I'm running with himself, I'll outrun him, he'll be feeling, himself is not, imagine, he's your coach, but himself doesn't have stamina. I want someone who's been in a track. At one time, I even wanted to book Usain Bolt. I said, no man, I want to do this, because me actually, I was big in athletics at primary school, grade 3, grade 4. I've got some 2 gold medals. So I've been into, so me is a real serious goal for me. I want to come back there. My fitness, no, it's not okay. So I want to go back there. I'm working on my 7th key, by the way. I hope you watched the first one. So the other action item is for me to start training. The other action item for me to set up a medical appointment. I want to go to the doctor. I want the doctor to tell me, am I fit enough? Am I okay? Check me. You see, so, and then I wrote, what are the potential problems that I can meet with? What is the problem that I can find? Because there's a problem that I can find here. What is the problem that I can find? And I said, no, the only problem I can find is a health problem. The other one is a weather. You see, the other one is a time constraint, but I can't really have a problem of time because I've already set aside the time. So what is the solution if I can find a problem of a weather or a raining outside, a winter? So I've put everything down. Then I have a progress tracker. So I'm going to put these things up anyway. So I've got a progress tracker that tells me that now, how have I been doing? So this is just for something small like that. Can be very big. By the way, this is not just jogging. I'm talking about the marathon here. I want to see myself in the next Olympics running for fun. For me, it's part of fun. I don't even want the award. I don't want to win there. But if I can win, of course. But I want to just the activity. It's so good. So health-wise, very good. So guys, this is of course not many of you. As a matter of fact, maybe not even one of you wants to run a marathon. But I'm just making an example that I've got my goals, goal setting. And my mom showed me that notepad that I had recently, and I saw that, wow, 95% of everything that I wrote down on that notepad has been achieved, down to the color of things. I mean, wow, like down to the color of things, down to the, you see, here's my other phone. I've got 3 phones. At that stage, I wrote that I want to have 3 phones with me. It's like laughable, 3 phones for what? Today, I've got 3 phones. I even forgot. So Goals are very, very important. They always make sure that they bring you, they center you, they remind you of where you want to go. So please, make sure that you buy yourself a book like this. You write down your goals. You write down your goals. Someone said they must be realistic. Well, yeah. Most of my goals were never realistic because I've never really believed in the illusion of time and space. But there's a spiritual topic now. I'm going to move away to spirit. Now we're going to go to hidden wisdom, but it's fine. Now I don't want to ask us to touch on that part. I want us to remain as logical as possible. But just a piece. There's nothing as such as an unrealistic goal. It's possible to achieve a goal as big as the one that you never ever thought. It's possible. You know what? It's possible to become a millionaire overnight. They say it's not possible. I've seen it happen. There are so many things. There are so many coincidences that can happen in your life that can make. What about me? I was at one time working, selling SIM cards on the streets. Probably I thought that, okay, you know what? I think I was starting to lose hope, but I didn't want to start showing it. When I was selling SIM cards on the street, I was like, you know what? I wonder if I will ever become a millionaire. Yeah. You know how much you are making per SIM card? Yo, it's hectic. I don't want to even go there. It's an emotional topic for me. I never ever thought that I'll be where I am again. But because I had goals, I had my dreams written down, I kept on becoming motivated. Whenever I came back from home, from the work, I checked my dreams, my goals. I had more. Sometimes I remember one time I was working. There was this other car. I never ever thought there's such a car that exists like that. I saw this other. That machine was what is that other? It was a very beautiful, but it's a BMW. I said, this car, I want to have it. As I was selling SIM cards, I just saw it. I even took a photo. When I went back home, I wrote it on my goals. It was part of my goals as well. So I want to have that car. And I really had that car. I bought that car. I bought a car at a young age. I taught myself how to drive. It was unrealistic even. Imagine, I taught myself how to drive with my own car. I didn't have a driving school or whatever. With my own car, I taught myself how to drive with my BM. Imagine. So that's how goals, there's nothing unrealistic at all. So you just take a book, write down. So that in the next video, when I show you how to make money now, income, how to, you know where you are going. Even the money, when it comes in, you have your short-term goals, your long-term goals. You know that, you know what? With the first 1,000 that I make or the first 100 that I make, I want to do this. I like one guy that I met last year. I said to him, man, you must write down a goal of what you want to do. And he took it very, we exchanged numbers on WhatsApp. I said, write down a short-term goal, a very short-term goal. He said to me, my short-term goal is to have a SIM card of internet SIM card. It's called a RAIN SIM card. It's a very cheap data. So I said, that's a goal, good, short-term goal. And you'll achieve that goal. And when I started to show him how to make it big, how to make money, he bought the SIM card. He bought it. I said, now you have achieved one goal. Go back to your book. The advantage of short-term goals, they are easily achievable. You are just tricking your mind that, you know what, I'm achieving my goals. So every day you just go and check. I'm saying a small goal, as much as I want to do 10 push-ups every morning. You write it down there. Why? You're tricking your brain that you are checking here. You are ticking off. So in the morning you do your push-ups. You tick. I want to jog. The camera guy here is jogging. He's motivating me here. He's jogging like 10 kilometers every single day. I think he's even increasing it now. Tick. You tick it. It's a goal. It's an achieved goal. By the way, people don't. You tick. Eventually, you'll find yourself ticking the big one. Hey, how BM chic. Oh, okay. Oh, apartment. Ooh, job. Hey, business. You tick. And then again, it's the small ones, So you mix up the small with the big ones. So you just, you are tricking the brain here. So guys, you'll see something again here. I've got this 8-3 here. So this 8-3, I just want you to get magazines. I put mine actually. Magazines. In these magazines, you want to take positive things from those magazines. For example, just remember yourself at school when they used to give you an assignment at school, the homeworks. They say go and cut and paste on the this one. And then still at school you didn't do that homework. You came back the next morning and you still wanted to do it last minute before the teacher comes in, try to get people's magazine, the newspapers, and start to. But now I want you to do it now because this is your life now. There's no more. You see, the advantage of school is that now there's someone who's going to hold you accountable. Now you're on your own. We left school. We are done with school now. You're on your own. You're on your own. That is my biggest advantage. I think if I continue with school, if I didn't drop out from school, I'm not saying you must drop out, I'm just saying it became an advantage for me. If I didn't drop out from school, because I dropped out at grade 9, if I didn't drop out from school, what was going to be happening is that I was not going to be holding myself accountable. Because when I left school, and I was also kicked out from home and everything, I was on my own. I knew that I'm the only person who's going to hold myself accountable. And I had to carry through. Because right now you watch this video, yeah, goal setting, that's nice, man, thank you, man. When are you doing the next video, doctor? We can't wait. And you still don't do it. That is why some guys, another friend of mine is a millionaire, he says to me, hey man, why are you teaching people this kind of things? Because not everyone, by the way, not every millionaire and billionaire has a good heart. Some people really are cruel. But that one is not really cruel, but I don't know, it's very funny stuff. He says to me, man, why are you wasting your time doing these videos, teaching people these things? I said, what is the use, man? I'm teaching them these things, yes. I'm doing these things for myself to say I've really done an impact. It's part of my, community social responsibility. It's one way I'm pledging. There's so many ways that you can pledge and donate. This is me donating my time and energy and brains. I'm not donating with money, but still, if you can check, it's still money. I'm donating with the value of what I'm teaching you today. If I can say, it's a lot of value. So I'm still donating to you. So if someone says, Refoin, what is Refoin doing for people? Refoin is doing a lot. He's donating his mind, his brain, his knowledge. So this guy says to me, why are you helping people? Why are you doing these things, man? I said, what is the use? They will not do what I suggest them to do. So it's really real. So even if I can say, yeah, if you can be scared that so many people are going to become millionaires, now billionaires, now we are, no one will be supporting us because of people like everyone is a millionaire, billionaire. No, still, people will not just follow through. People just never do things. I don't know why. People just never ever do things. Anyway, guys, in closing, I want you to make sure that you put nice photos here of a car that you want to achieve, that you want to get, a house, apartment, happy family here. You can put couples, people who are married. You can put, just anything that it's called a vision board. So you want to just put every single thing that you feel like, putting there. Anything, any single thing that you want to put there, whatever it is, to the smallest, highest, put there. If you want the kids, put babies there. Yeah, put babies. If you want whatever that you want, just put it there. Vision board is very important. At one stage, if you could walk into my room when I was younger, my room became a vision board. Every single wall, everywhere in the wall was a car, was this thing. I put things all over the wall. My wall was a vision board, but now, my mom at that time was very angry that I dropped out of school, so she would come and take these things from the wall. I said, what did I put? I put my car demos. I put my goal. Hey, they take out everything on the wall. Mess this thing up. But now, later she understands the power of the vision board. Herself now has a vision board. I said, wow, this is beautiful. So, guys, that is in closing. Today we spoke about goal setting and vision board. Make sure that you do these kind of things. And then don't forget, share the video, comment, say something wonderful on the next video under this business topic, where I'll be showing you a practical step. I'm going to leave this chair now. We're done with talking. We'll talk about spiritual stuff, but I'm going to leave this chair, go to my office there, do some practical stuff, talk about how to make it big, how to make money, and then help people in a practical